Hello. Today we're going to be going over entity extraction, which is extremely useful. And I'm on the webpage developers.google.com/ml-kit/language/entity-extraction. I will have that URL link in the description. But once you come to this web page, you want to go look on the left hand side where it says guides, and you want to click on entity extraction and beta, and then click on overview. And then you can scroll down to the examples. So I want to give you an example. For instance, let's say someone is in sales and they get a call from a customer while they are driving. Well, they don't have time. Obviously, they can't drive and write down the customer's information. So the salesperson says, hey, go ahead and shoot me a text message. So the customer goes ahead and sends the text message. So then when the salesperson goes home, he opens up an app and he clicks on a button that says collect all data from text messages. So it will scroll through all the texts, and it will extract the contact information and put it in his contacts provider. And that will save him loads of time, and then he can just send out a whole bunch of correspondence that way. Or and then after that he can click on a different button and say, hey, I wanted to know all the customers that contacted me today, etc., etc. So that really helps. Another example, it could be, for instance, a Amazon driver, and the Amazon driver is on his way to the client on is on his way to the customer's house, and then all of a sudden he gets a text message while he's driving saying, hey, this is the wrong address. So he's like, oh, okay, well, go ahead and send me a text message. So it goes ahead, it's the customer sends him a text message, and then he can say a voice message, hey, please get the correct address. And then it will get the correct address, and it'll automatically will go to Google Maps and put the correct address on there for him while he's driving, and it will go to the correct address, and it will send it to his car. However, they however however they program the app. And there's just so many different examples, and it's just so useful. Anyway, so here in the example, it has the text message, meet me at 1600, and it says, let's organize a meeting to discuss. So then it says it has the address, and it says 1600 and Mountain View, California. And then the next line, you can contact the test team tomorrow at info@google.com. That can go into the calendar and send them alert about the meeting. And the next example is the tracking, the shipping number. That is so important as well, for that to automatically be put into a database. And you'll always have the tracking number with date and time. And the next line is call the restaurant at 555 to pay for dinner. My card number is, and which is excellent too, because you can always use that to pay as well. So a lot of that is for intents. So like for instance, the phone number, you can automatically have it dial while you're driving, and you can dial that particular number from that text. I mean, there's just infinite number of examples that you could use for that. I can't even tell you how useful that is. And not only that, you can go ahead and have it programmed where it's reading it to you. You know the information. And this is the different languages it can pick up. So if someone is texting you in Italian, they can translate it for you, etc., etc. I absolutely love the entity extraction. I can think of a 1,000 different use cases for it. So anyway, so if you're gonna program in iOS or Android, but today this is for Android, and this different parts mean it's really straightforward. I was quite impressed by it, how easy the code was. I had programmed this, and I mean it was simple, very straightforward. They didn't have any errors. I'm really impressed how well they're keeping up this particular machine learning documentation. And right here, when you go down, when you click on the sample app goes to the GitHub. Now, on the GitHub, on the left hand side, you want to scroll down to entity extraction and click on app, and then click on Java, and then click on the Java folder, click on main activity, and the code comes up. And what I did, I went ahead, honestly, I plopped it into my Android Studio, and I plopped the other activity in there, and I went ahead and I did the layout, the activity. I changed some of the builds, and it worked perfectly. I mean, I have had no problems with it. Now, once you have placed that in there, you want to perhaps put some intents in there as well, depending upon what you want to use it for. But how that example was, it worked just like that, 100%. So again, this is part one to this tutorial. Part two is going to be the code. We'll put the code into Android Studio, and then we just run the application. Really simple, really easy, and I hope everybody has a great day.